The arena of Carthvale was older than most star systems. Its walls were carved from black stone taken from a dead moon. Its ceiling shimmered with a shield of pale energy. 10,000 beings filled the rising tiers. Some breathed methane, some shimmered like glass, some coiled around heated pillars. All of them had come to witness the trial of champions. The center of the arena stood one human cadet. His name was Erin Vale. He was 19 standard cycles old. He wore a plain gray cadet uniform. No armor, no visible weapon, no implants glowing under his skin, just a thin band on his wrist, marking him as a representative of Earth. Across from him stood 10 alien champions. Each had conquered worlds. Each had survived wars that burned continents. Each had been genetically refined or cybernetically perfected. Each had never known defeats. The Council of 12 hovered above in a ring of light. This was meant to be a lesson. Humanity had only recently joined the Galactic Compact. They were considered fragile, soft, short-lived, emotion-driven, interesting, but not dangerous. So the Council had designed a demonstration: 1 human cadet, 10 alien champions, no technology beyond basic survival field, no projectile weapons, no outside interference. The human survived 1 minute. It would be considered admirably. If he survived 5, it would be historic. Still his heart was calm, his breathing slow. His eyes moved once across the 10 figures. Before him the first champion was Threx of the Mulga. Dominion, 3 meters tall, 4 arms, skin layered in natural armor, each fist heavy enough to shatter. Still next stood Serati, blade dancer of Ilia. Limbs like silver whips, reflexes measured in microseconds. Was Koro Van, the Gravemind, a creature of psychic dominance. Its thoughts alone had broken battalions. There was Allmake of the Stone-Tide, massive, dense, able to absorb kinetic force. The others were no less terrifying. The signal tone pulsed once. The trial began. Threx moved first. He lunged forward. With shocking speed, the ground cracked under his weight. His upper right fist swung toward Erin with enough force to pulp a transport vehicle. Clearin stepped aside, not fast, not flashy, just one precise shift of weight. The fist met empty air. Threx, overbalanced by a fraction, Erin placed his palm against the armored elbow, twisted, shifted his hips. Threx crashed into the stone. The arena fell silent. Morga armor had never felled. Threx tried to rise. He did not. His nervous system had been disrupted. No external wound, no visible strike. He lay still. 9 champions remained. Serathi moved. Next, she became a blur. Her body split in 2 after images. Her blades flashed toward Erin from 3 angles. Sorin closed his eyes. Gasps rippled through the stands. Her first strike met nothing. Her second was caught gently at the wrist. Her third was redirected by a subtle shoulder. Tanarin moved within her rhythm. He did not try to match her speed. He shifted the center of the pattern. Zerathi felt it elate. Her own momentum crossed her limbs. Her balance vanished. Erin tapped 2 fingers against the side of her neck. She collapsed instantly, her nervous signals disrupted. In a precise cluster it remained. Koro Van extended psychic force, invisible pressure flooded the arena. Clutched their heads. Serin did not move. Inside his mind, memories rose. Training halls on lunar cold mornings, meditation under artificial gravity fields. Instructors who whispered that the mind was not a weapon but a doorway. Koro pushed harder in, opened his eyes. Instead of resisting, he let the pressure pass through him. He focused on a single image: a calm ocean at dawn, no wind, no ripple. The psychic force fractured. Koro recoiled for the first time in centuries. The Gravemind felt confusion. Erin took 3 quiet steps forward. He touched the creature at the center of its cranial crest. Koro slumped its psychic projection. Severed 7 remained. Dulmac charged the ground, trembled. Each step was a seismic event. Erin did not retreat. He stepped forward. That the Last instant, he dropped low, his hand struck a precise point behind all makiny joint, not with strength, with Allen mental mock weight carried forward. His own density became his enemy, he crashed face first, the arena floor, crater a dolmok did not rise. Spread through the audience, the remaining 6 attacked, together energy lashes, clawed limbs, kinetic bursts. Acidic Jetzerin moved like flowing water, he never struck with visible force. He redirected, guided, unbalanced a claw, meant for his chest, tore into another champion armor. An energy lash sliced the air where he had stood a heartbeat before. A kinetic burst, deflected at the wrong angle, knocked its owner unconscious. Saren used their certainty against them. They believed power decided outcomes. He showed them structured, they believed speed was victory. He showed them timing. One by one they fell, a nerve cluster pressed, a joint rotated beyond safe axis, a breath interrupted at the precise instant. Within 40 seconds, 9 champions lay unconscious there. 10-3 Menisiran of the Void Choir. She had not moved, yet her body shimmered with bioluminescent lines. Her species communicated through harmonic resonance, through frequencies that could destabilize matter. She began to sing, the sound vibrated through bone and stone. Air shimmered, the arena shield flicker. Redarin felt his blood resonate, his organs tremble. He inhaled slowly, he stepped forward. Soren shifted pitch, the vibration intensified. Hairline cracks formed in the arena, Florin matched her. Step 4, step not resisting, not blocking. He began to hum soft low, almost inaudibly, counter-resonant, not louder but precisely to Nedjarain. Eyes widened, her harmonic dominance faltery. Durin adjusted his pitch by a fraction, the frequencies met into arena became still. Zaron staggered, her own resonance had been neutralized. Zaron reached out and placed his hand over the glowing lines on her chest. He hummed one final note. Her light faded, she collapsed gently into his arms. He lowered her to the arena. Timer read 58 seconds. 10 champions. Lady Tidaran stood alone, silence, held for several long breaths, then a murmur, then a wave of sound, not anger, not outrage. The Council of 12 descended, their forms flickered between dimensions. Spoke human cadet, explain what Darin bowed slightly. I used what you already possess. Another counselor asked, none of our champions understood your methods. Arin answered calmly, you trained them to dominate, to overwhelm, to assert. We trained to observe, to align, to conserve. A third voice echoed, you displayed no enhancement. Arin lifted his wrist, the thin band flickered, basic bioscan, no augmentation, just training. The council pulsed with analytical light. One counselor spoke slowly, your species requested equal standing in the compact. Many doubted. Arin looked at the fallen champions. We do not seek to conquer, we seek to endure. Power fades, armor cracks, speed slows, understanding grows. The medical drones entered the arena, they scanned each champion. No permanent damage, no broken bones, no ruptured organs, only precise neurological resets. The champions began to stir. Threx pushed himself upright, his armored gaze fixed on Aaron. What did you? Doran offered a Hondi listenode. Sarathi sat up slowly, your movements were inefficient. Aaron smiled faintly, only if the goal is spectacle. Koro Van blinked, I could not find purchase in your Rin replied, you searched for walls, there were none. Omak rumbled, you used my own weight. In not a Jew carry a mountain, but you forget balances. Irain rose last, her luminous lines glowed softly. Your harmony was imperfect, yet complete. Rin inclined his head, harmony does not require volume. The champions looked at one another for the first time in many cycles. They shared uncertainty. Council conferred after several long moments. The lead counselor addressed the arena, humanity is granted full warrior Recognition within the galactic compactor wave of astonishment rolled through the tear serene, remained still. He was only a cadet there. Were thousands like him millions in training? He thought of earth, of oceans and storms, of cities and quiet forests, of teachers who insisted that strength without wisdom was noise. Council spoke once more, explained one final point. Why send a cadet instead of a master? And answered without hesitation, because on Earth this is considered basic. A deep silence followed. The meaning settled like gravity. If this was basic, what then was advanced? The arena. Lights dimmed slowly. The champions approached Era not as enemies, but as students. Strex extended one massive hand. Teach Maserati inclined her head. Show me your rhythm, Koro, Van whispered. Share your stillness. And looked at each of them. He was young. He was far from mastery, but he understood something simple. Growth shared becomes survival. He nodded. We begin with breath in the ancient arena of Carthvale. Under the watch of 10,000 witnesses, 10 alien champions sat in a circle around a human cadet. They closed their eyes, they inhaled, and for the first time, the galaxy understood the most dangerous species was not the one that struck hardest. It was the one that knew exactly when not to strike. Asterisk.